You and everyone else in this forest, it seems. My clan has already declared your allies to be trespassers. You don't want to know what we do to trespassers. The Shadow Walkers will catch them. They always do. Does a fuzzy newt goat have 7 toes? Don't look at me like that. It's a perfectly appropriate analogy.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope I reach them before the hunters do. Otherwise, your allies don't stand a chance. Because I'm tired of seeing people get hurt. Ugh. Things need to change round here. We've already spent way too much time talking. Have you noticed the swords left near these campfires? I think your companions are trying to tell us something. Keep your eyes open and your weapon ready. The shadows here are not your friend.
Schaduws hier in de game zijn nooit vrienden.
More outsiders. Show them the penalty for entering the Moonless Walk. You need to be alive. You have to be. I need you to help me. I didn't do it. I swear. He was like this when I found him. This poor soldier. He didn't have to die. At least the Khajiit got away. How long can he manage to survive, though? I don't know. My clan can be very persistent. Because we made a stupid deal. There might still... The Shadow... You need to... Your friend... My clan is... According to... Gave up. I explained this...
Picking bark? Hier zijn er 2, dat is mooi. Jullie ze allebei te doen.
Did you get the bark? We don't have... Just scrape a bit off the top end. There. An old trick I learned living so long in this dreadful place. My friends thought it was funny to hide from me, so I'd use this to see them. While it allows you to see anyone hiding in the Shadow Realm, it also masks your presence from them. I've used this method to avoid... Touch the bark to a whisper.
Why are the creatures acting so strangely today? What's all that noise out there?
gaat hier niet goed. Nee, iets gaat niet goed. Hij zegt dat ik hier in die cirkel moet zijn. Die vent is al een stuk verder.
There has to be something out there. Where in Ifra's name is that sound coming from?
Give us the cat, Snake, and we'll end your
Leave the
life quickly.
outsider alone, Warm Blood. Come, outsider. While they are distracted, we shall find a secret.
Man out. Aid me.
I help the Khajiit elf. I know the best way into the tower.
This one does not understand the game the little elf and the snake thing are playing. We have something important to do. We need to get into this tower. The key to our victory. We heard voices in the woods. We thought it was other members of our expedition calling to us for help. But Captain Alfari figured it out. The voice comes from this tower. Whoever is locked in there needs our help, and he will help us in return. The wood elves started hunting us almost as soon as we stepped into this dread forest. They killed Captain Alfari in cold blood. I barely escaped. The snake thing found this one, lost and injured, and led me safely through the woods. This one isn't sure. The little elf appeared out of nowhere. But at least she didn't try to kill Kabul like the other elves did. They both claim to know how to get inside the tower, but Kamu doesn't trust either one of them. A safe haven in this place. Kamu looks forward to seeing such a thing. Let me rest for a moment before I head out. I wish I could go with you. This one doesn't know very much about this area, but this one always has opinions. Ask what you will, and the little elves are ruthless killers. Kamu never saw her before. She stepped out of the shadows, but she didn't attack immediately. When we were searching the woods, we ran into a few snake things. They attacked us when we got too close. They never seemed to actively hunt us, though. And of course, that snake thing over there helped. When we were resting at one of the campfires, a group of snake things rushed toward us. But they didn't attack us. They charged the elves, sneaking... Oh, what a choice. Like deciding whether to roast slowly or leap right into the flames. There is no good answer. But if we were seeking allies, Camus would choose the elves. They are strong. Well, the friendly snake thing did help me. We shouldn't dismiss them out of hand. They lack organization and fighting skills. But Camus can't deny their ferocity. Perhaps they are worthy of consideration.
We shall help you enter the tower. But first, you must help us against these foul wood elves. Do not listen to their lies. They murder our children for no reason. Please, you must help me save the little ones. We never asked to be dragged into Cold Harbor. We never made a deal with the Daedric Prince. But ever since we got here, the wood elves raid our nests and slaughter our children. This cycle of murder needs to end. You are a hero. You stride through Cold Harbor with confidence, and not even the wood elves can touch you. You can win this battle for us, and we will be in your debt. We will show you how to enter the tower, even help you in your mission. They are monsters. They destroy our eggs and slaughter my people. If you aid the wood elves, we can never trust you. The Lamias are powerful. We would be of great help to you, but only if you help us end our war with the wood elves.
I know you can't forgive my clan for what it's done, but they adhere to an ancient promise that will never come to pass. I can help you, though. No one knows that tower better than I do, but I need to ask for your help in return. It's important. You have to help me convince my clan to break this ages-old agreement. We've guarded these woods and that cursed tower, assuming that one day Molag Bal would reward us and let us return to Valenwood. But that's never going to happen. Like me, you've been outside this forest. You know about Molag Bal's plan. You know about the plane meld. You have to tell them that our agreement is worthless. How can we ever return to Nirn if Molag Bal destroys it? Those monsters. We've been at war with them for ages. My people will never listen to you if you take their side. The Shadow Walkers are powerful. We would be of great help to you, but only if you aid me and convince my people. You've seen my people fight. We're trained to kill. It's what we do. Maybe if you can show them that Molag Bal has been using us, lying to us, maybe they'll see his treachery for what it is and join your cause.
Gaan we voor de elves of gaan we voor de snakes? Ik ga voor de elves.
I knew you would help me. I'll show you how to get into the tower. But first, you need to convince my people to end their service to Molag Bal. And to do that, you'll have to prove yourself to my clan. In order to help my people, you're probably going to have to do some things you may not like. You need to accomplish a deed of honor before they'll even let you near them. Otherwise, you'll be greeted by a hail of arrows. I don't want to get into details with the Lamia standing nearby. Meet me at the bridge to the east of here. We'll talk there. Just be careful. Any other Lamias you meet won't be as friendly as Zignith.
Meer omdat het elves zijn en archers zijn. Niet zozeer de blondje.
Sorry I was delayed. It was harder to get rid of Zignith than I thought it would be. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, I remember. Before my people will even listen to you, you need to perform an honor deed. It has to be an act that benefits my clan. Something they would expect one of us to be able to accomplish. To really make an impression, you need to hurt the Lamias, kill them, burn their eggs, and defeat their champion. Even our strongest warriors haven't been able to accomplish that. Do these things, and that should be enough to get you an audience. Maybe. That's certainly more than any of my people have been able to do. It won't be easy, though.
Yep.
She's a powerful old snake. Her cave is at the highest point in the Lamia camp.
Ja, het heeft te maken straks met het eindgevecht hier. Dat weet ik toevallig van toen ik dit in 2015 speelde, maar... Oh, waarom staat zij nou ineens buiten? The fuck? Wat voor effect het allemaal weer heeft, geen idee. Ik denk dat het uiteindelijk weinig uitmaakt welke je kiest. Hoop ik. Jop, we zullen het zelf merken.
So this is the outsider that Foronil has been dragging around the forest. Interesting.
Wat daar is.
I wasn't expecting any of the Shadow Walkers to be here. They haven't attacked yet, so that's a good sign. Just don't do anything to make them nervous, alright? Well, I told you that killing Lamias would get their attention. You performed an honor deed. They respect that. Hopefully that respect will last long enough for you to help me before they decide to kill you. You stay here. I'll go see the council and give them the Lamia's head. That should be all the incentive they need to agree to listen to you. In the meantime, talk to the Wood Elves. We'll return shortly. You'll be safe here, I promise.
You're lucky, outsider. The only thing keeping me from sticking my knife in you right now is our code. But if you think I'm going to help you, think again. You dare challenge me? You test my patience, fool. Be gone. I like your confidence, outsider. You've got some bark on your hide. That's exactly what you're going to need if you go up against Elder Glynn. Don't take no for an answer and keep pushing him. Do that and he eventually gives in.
I don't remember the last time I talked to an outsider. Killed one, sure, I do that all the time. But talk, that's a new one for me. I was born and bred in these woods, never ventured outside its borders. You don't honestly believe you can do that, do you? My people made a vow to protect this citadel long before I was born. We get to see bright skies and clear water. I've only heard stories about such things. Listen, if you speak to Elder Elsoril, show some compassion. Life on a council can be harsh and unforgiving.
You're lucky, outsider. The only thing keeping me from sticking... You dare challenge... I like your confidence, outsider. You've got some bark on your hide. That's exactly what you're going to need if you go up against Elder Glynn. Don't take no for an answer and keep pushing him. Do that and he eventually gives in. Farinil is like a sister to me. I almost convinced her to give up her foolish plan, and then you showed up. Well, since you made it this far, we might as well try it her way. I guess any chance, no matter how remote, is worth the trouble. I hope I don't live to regret this. Inril is the oldest member of the council. She's also the most willing to listen. But you have to show her some respect. Let her speak. Respond only when spoken to. That's all I can think of. Hope it helps.
You don't look tough enough to have beaten the Lamia champion, but even a mighty storm starts with a light breeze. Still, an honor deed is an honor deed. Maybe the Council of Elders will actually agree to meet with you. I'm not sure I should help you, but you seem to be on Farinil's good side. Maybe if I give you some advice, I'll get on her good side too. I recommend you try a little humor when you talk to Thor. He's a dry old leaf, but he does like to laugh.
Good news. The Council has agreed to meet with you. The Council will see you, but this won't be easy. You have one chance to convince them, so make sure you put your best foot forward. My people, our future, depends on it. Dealing with the Council can be tricky. It's a collection of individuals, each with his or her own idiosyncrasies. They are devoted to Molag Bal and our oath of servitude. It won't be easy to convince them to break those ancient promises. You can't fail. You just can't. Were the Shadow Walkers down here helpful? Do you need to talk to them again? When you're ready, just use the portal behind me. Present a good argument and make it count.
Ik ben heel slecht in speeches schrijven.
This is a great privilege allowing you to stand here. Never before has an outsider been permitted to set foot on this platform. My daughter, however, was insistent that we speak with you. We shall hear what you have to say. Yes, we have sworn to protect the passage that leads to the tower known as the Lightless Oubliette. In exchange, we have been given the gift of shadow walking. When our contract is fulfilled, the Daedric Prince shall send us back to Valenwood. well, yes, we still await our day of release. Hundreds of years, however, do not mean much in a place where lives are measured in eternity. What makes you think Molag Bal will break our agreement? You have a wit about you, and your words have given me much to consider. Have a care, though. Valenwood was once my home. Speak to the other elders while I think about this.
Spew forth your lies and be quick about it. I have a great many things to contemplate today. That annoying Farinil has convinced you of her fables, hasn't she? I tire of this old argument. But you did perform an honor deed. I shall give you one chance to convince me that we are being duped. Go ahead. You speak with confidence and conviction. Very well. I shall consider your words. A persistent fool may know more than an isolated genius. We shall see.
You have accomplished much, outsider. Survived the moonless walk, performed an honored deed. Well done. I shall listen to your words and consider them with great respect. I promise you this much at least. Now, tell me, why are you here? You must understand. To simply accept the word of an outsider, to turn our backs on everything we believe. You ask much, stranger. Still, Farinil has been insistent about the very same concern. Tell me something to sway my opinion. This news disturbs me. Thank you for sharing this information with us. Speak to the other elders while I consider what you've said.
Oh, this laatste. Sari was compassion.
You poor child. Dealing with those disgusting lamias as you navigated the moonless walk must have been so unnerving. Such horrible creatures. Now, Sad little Farinil mentioned that you bring us news from Nirn. What is it? Such terrible news. But how can I know that what you say is true? It makes no sense. Why would Molag Bal destroy our beautiful and beloved Valenwood? The poor animals that roam the Valenwood, the people, I shall consider what you have told me and pray for an end.
We have heard enough. Use the portal and return to my daughter's side. You have given us much to discuss, outsider.
Nou, laten we hopen dat we het goed hebben gedaan.
You're back. Tell me everything. Did it go well? Were you able to convince them? Of course they are. That's what the council does. Sometimes I think that's all they ever do. But do you think they're going to help you? Really? You're not serious, are you? Oh, may the spirits guide me through this dark hour. Well, we're about to find out what they thought. Here comes my father now.
Outsider, step forth and hear the decision of the Council of Elders. The Council has discussed what you told us, debated your words from every angle, even drew upon Farinil's arguments from past meetings. Understand that we did not reach our decision lightly. The Council can no longer ignore the truth happening around us. For too long we obeyed our vows and waited for a reward that will never be granted. Should we continue on our path, even after Valenwood is destroyed? It means that your argument has convinced us. I sent runners to unlock the ruined passage that leads to the tower. My daughter said that you were interested in the place. I will also send a group of soldiers to aid you against Molag Bal.
Succes.
What did my father say? Did you convince them? Yes, you did it. You really did it. I've tried for so long to convince them, and now we can finally leave this wretched place. I can look upon a real sky. What did my father tell you to do? When the council finally makes a decision, they act with speed and certainty. I suggest you head for the door to the ruined passage as quickly as you can. I'm going to talk to my father. I want to be a part.
Okay. Die is zo weg. Nee, ik wil charge.
Excellent. Bring the crystal with you. You will need it to free me from my bonds. I have waited for centuries. And waited and waited. Do you know how boring that can be? But now, you are here. Just as Meridia foretold. The Radiant One knows many things. She knew that one day the city she plunged into Cold Harbor would serve her purpose. At first, she thought I would fulfill that prophecy. But I failed. And now, I need your help. Have no fear. I am as alive as you are. Molag Bal has preserved me so that I can endure his endless tortures. His cruelty knows no bounds. I can't slip free of this lightless oubliette, but I have managed to send my projection to meet you. I knew you were the one I was waiting for. Molag Bal locked me away for a reason. He feared me. Once you set me free, we can make him regret the day he made us his enemies. You made it this far, just as I had predicted. I am glad to see that my calculations were not in error. Now, if you are ready, we have a prison to break out of. I was captured shortly after Meridia pushed her city into this dread realm. This prison relies on darkness. Early on, I almost broke free. Now Molag Bal shapes the darkness itself to bind me, suppressing my attempts to escape. Molag Bal has trapped me within a pillar of darkness, infused with his own vile energy and powered by the light of Meridia. That, however, will be his undoing. The light of Meridia can also banish this darkness, but you have to bring it to me. To reach me, you must first unlock the prison door. Molag Bal uses crystallized darkness to hold me and suppress my power. Move the crystals from their locations to the prison door, and the way shall be open. I am the last Ayleid king. In our ancient language, my name means ruler in dark times. I can imagine no darker time than the end of the Ayleid people. I am a servant of Meridia, her master tactician and strategist. Between my master's blessings and the time-distorting nature of this dread realm, I am still alive. Consider that your good fortune, for you will never defeat Molag Bal without my help. To reach me, you must first unlock the prison door. And collect the Mind Shadow Crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance.
Library. Shadow. Die deed nog best ouder. Deze moet ik nog een keer lezen. Hier leren we wel weer van alles in deze library, moet ik zeggen. Of het is gewoon toevallig dat ze allemaal tegen de level up aanzetten. Maar dat laatste lijkt me ook weer sterk. Kijk, voorgelepd. Dat is ook een verkeer. Dubbeltje om naar boven. Even kijken, die moest in de middel staan die door. hier inmiddels dus, maar...
Enter the frozen alcove and collect the flame shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance.
Oh. Dus gewoon central display.
Enter the garden and collect the life shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais.
Oh. Oh, mijn inventory zit vol. Oh, ik ga niet in mijn werk, dat is kut. Schachmat. Dijkenschool. Ik weet nog wat ik doe. Upgrades. Wat zit daarin? Inventory. Backspace. Zo. Oh fuck. Dat ging beter dan verwacht.
done, my friend. Now, enter the oubliette and set me free. You have done well to make it this far. But there is still more to do to set me free. My body is imprisoned within a pillar of darkness, generated by the ebon shards to each side.
Oh boy.
Place a light of Meridia in both of the sconces. Each will create a beam of light that will strike a nearby crystal.
By rotating the crystals, you can change a beam's direction. You may need to rotate a crystal multiple times to connect the beams and form a path of light to the ebon shards. Adjust the crystals until the beams of light destroy the ebon shards. Then the pillar of darkness will collapse, and I shall be free.
Het zou fijn zijn als die meteen deed updaten. Dat we even moeten wachten. Oh. Oké, dus je daar een keer op doen hier. Oh, omdat hij daarheen draaide natuurlijk. Raakte die hem. Dit gaat natuurlijk niet lukken. Veel plezier. Nog wel. Ik niet echt punten. Echt. Een van die twee. Waarschijnlijk schuin. Eens even kijken. Waar deze wind schiet. Hier zit een dakbol. Dus daar kunnen we sowieso niks mee. Oh. Dat weet ik ook goed. Oké.
Freedom at long last. My calculations suggested that you had a slightly better chance to fail rather than to succeed. I suspect, though, that you often beat. No? A little weary, perhaps, but not injured. My mind remains sharp, however. I suggest we make our escape from this place. It is the only tactically sound option at our disposal.
Huh.
Agreed. Allow me... This portal leads to the Hollow City. We shall talk again when we are safely inside its walls.
Oh, deur staat een beetje scheef.
I have barely set foot within these hallowed walls, and I already feel 1,000 times better. And now that you are here, we can determine our next move against the vile Molag Bal. I must take stock of our assets and resources, determine just how much might we can bring to bear. Only then can I develop a strategy that shall allow us to win this war. But forgive me, I wanted to convey that you performed admirably at the tower. It is good to be back in this ancient city. I need to assess our strengths and weaknesses. Soldiers, the ones who call themselves the Fighters Guild. They seem strong. No leader? Well, that is an unacceptable situation. I shall take command of this Fighter Guild force. It is the only logical solution.
The pieces begin to fall into place. With the King's aid, We shall assemble a force worthy of Meridia's blessing. Small groups have trickled in since your departure. The warriors inside seem to be under the protection of the Knight Darien, an exceptional fellow. Brave to a fault, and devoted to lost causes. Cadwell found them in the wilds.
Okay.
The pieces begin to fall into place.
Dankjewel, Catwell.
Your nagging is becoming more annoying than my persistent rash. We finally have a secure base. To go back outside without a plan is even too foolhardy for me.
You want us to hide behind these walls? To leave our comrades to die while you sip wine and lounge about? You have no honor, Knight.
Don't lecture me about honor, elf. You have no idea what I've seen or what I've gone through. My apologies for that display. The whole rash comment. Just a figure of speech, of course. So, I suppose you know more about this place than any of us. Like where I can get a decent drink? A safe haven, eh? I didn't really expect to see cheerful flowers and clear water anywhere in this dark realm. I assumed we were walking into untimely and painful deaths. Glad to see I was wrong this one time. I couldn't let you go off and save the world all by yourself, could I? Not with just these Fighters Guild braggarts. Besides, there was a portal. How could I not step through and see what was on the other side? That's a good question. I heard that Captain Alfari was killed shortly after we were scattered. I was hoping to find another officer here, but no such luck. An Iliad? I thought they were all, you know, dead. Of course, this is a Daedric Prince's plane. I really need to stop being surprised by such revelations.
Attend me, soldiers. We have a war to win, and time grows short.
What in Ariel's name is this? Who are you?
So that's the last Iliad, huh? I thought he'd be more dusty. Isn't that what happens when elves get really, really old?
Shut it, you fop.
Who's in charge of this group? Step forward and address me. Then allow me to rectify that. I shall lead you. We shall recover your comrades and complete your mission. If that does not work for you, your services are no longer needed.
I don't know who you are, but you aren't Fighters Guild. You have no authority over us.
Do you challenge me, then? Do you want me to kill you to prove my combat prowess to your companions?
I wouldn't necessarily mind seeing that. He is kind of annoying.
How can you expect us to lay down our lives for someone we never met? Trust is earned on the battlefield.
If you want to survive, if you want to win this, you must trust me. Allow me to explain why you need my lead. We shall work this out. I understand your reservations, but with my leadership, the Fighters Guild will help us win this war.
Het was een beetje een rare overgang, maar oké.
The pieces begin to... Small groups.
De quest objectives doen niet altijd goed update hier. Of misschien omdat ik nog wat mis of zo, geen idee. Ik ga sowieso eens even langs die channel doorgaan. In ieder geval een junk was weg.
Don't have many.
Even kijken. We hadden hier wel. was dat? Ik heb hier straks toch wat dingen zitten maken. Oh, het zal hier op dat eiland geweest zijn. Misschien wat van die dingen vast aan de research chatten. Training kennen we al. Shit, moest even kijken. Hoog. Fused. Fused. En die hebben we niet. Zo. Wat stopt die? Divine. Even kijken. Oh ja, er moest een aantal dingen constructen, dat was het. Verkocht worden. Even kijken. Dus bij de blacksmiths. Zo. Dat hebben we eigenlijk niet gelopen, dus je kan beter. kist. Oh, hier geen bank. Shit. Nou ja. Was misschien niet heel handig dan. Rescue farmers. Dus geen delf. Nee. Nou, dan gaan we eens kijken of we iets kunnen halen.
Do this. I really can. All I have to do is... Oh, who am I kidding? I can't do this. There is no way. Why did I ever... Trying to figure out my next move. I'm with the Fighters Guild. We were attacked by Daedra. They captured my companions, took them into that prison. There was a portal. The Daedra used it, but it disappeared. Near as I can figure, the only way in now is to jump down into the water. What I wouldn't do to be... The Daedra called it the squad. I assume I'm a wood elf. There was a lot of yelling.
Ik zie wel sowieso de shaft niet, dus we gaan sowieso naar beneden. Kijk, daar is de shaft. Laten we die meteen ook even meenemen.
Did you really just leap down into this slime pit? You're either remarkably brave or really Of course he did, the skinny. Oh, the fat. Of course you do. What do I look? Well, it wasn't just me.
Ah. Pity. Most of the gang.
Carry on. I'm drinking mead. I should be able to remember my name. It's right at the tip of my
Not
tongue.
fear. Your beating shall commence shortly.
Nergens meer heen.
Scordo sent you, didn't he? Thank Tall Papa.
Scordo set up a rendezvous point in the north part of the pit.
I'll see you there.
How did it go? Are my companions safe? Damn. Orgath was a good soldier. The key opens the passage. Hey, Aruz! I owe you one! For Morgath!
Sloeg wel zacht op mijn beertje daar.
Grab the key. It's in that chest over there. I'll go back and check on the others. Meet me by the passage door.
Ah, mortal. You are a curious creature. You don't really expect me to answer that, do you, little mortal? Needless to say, it amuses me to bide my time here and observe your plight. No need to concern yourself about my safety, though, for the lesser Daedra will not harm me. Oh, yes! Watching them has been very entertaining. They struggle in a web they cannot see, and it makes me laugh. No, little mortal, I am neither your jailer nor your tormentor. I am merely a disinterested observer who finds some tiny enjoyment in your predicament. Even if I cared to explain myself to you, I doubt that you would understand. The I will not hinder you, dear mortal. Consider that to be help enough for now. Know this, however. The exit from this place is currently...
Spies. There are spies everywhere, and assassins. Scordo, he could be one of Oroc's assassins. You could be one of her spies. Never trust an orc or a spy. That's what any competent spy would say. Wouldn't hurt to prove you're not an illusion or a spy. Tell you what, my sword is back there with the Ogrims that attacked us. You get my sword for me in this place before this... It's my the Dremora.
Ja, we zullen even een zwaardje halen. Oh. Oké, ik hoef niet eens wat te kennen.
I find your antics to be quite enticing. Following you? Mine.
Oké, dan moet ik wel door die mensen.
You weren't an illusion after all. I almost expected you to stab me with it. Auroch says she can't stop. Thank you for doing it.
Kijk, weer terug daarboven. Naar beneden springen is een stuk makkelijker dan daarboven. En het zit fucking veel watjes. Niet cool.
This place, it does... How do I... You killed Ifriz Ioram. What else could there possibly be left to talk about?
Get a hold of yourself, Auroch. Ifriz isn't one of ours. He's the bastard that runs this place. You're being manipulated. Here's our roster. You won't find Ifriz on it.
Let me see that. I'm sure I knew him. Didn't I?
We need to figure a way to get out of this tower of lies.
Who's that? Is that a Dremora?
I grow weary of this situation. It's time to put an end to Ifriz's interference. You need to kill Ifriz. I need him dead. It seems we have a common goal to discuss.
Help from a Dremora? Why doesn't
We
that
share a
reassure
common
me?
problem. Do either of us? Ah, little...
Defense. Well, that's some of it. Oh, die heeft ook een watcher bij zich.
would avail you nothing.
Well done, little mortal. You killed Ifris, and I didn't have to lift a finger. Delightful. You and I will meet again, I think. I look forward to seeing what trouble you get into next.
Zo kun je het wel zeggen, ja.
By Malakath's bloody mace, I feel so much better. That unbearable cloud of fear and confusion has finally lifted. I assume that this is your doing? I figured. We started sending people through the portal as soon as the barrier collapsed. There's a city nearby. We saw it before we were captured. We're going to try, just making sure the stragglers get to the portal. By the way, you impress Scordo, which isn't any. Take a look at the crystal we discovered. Ioram thinks it may be one.
Kept your head and did very well.
You helped us get out of that terrible place. I won't forget that. You could have just taken care of your own business in there and left us to our fate. But you didn't.
Scordo, you're free. By Ifri, you don't know how relieved I am to see
you. If you had half a brain in your head, you'd run and hide.
I'm really sorry, Scordo. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble.
You led an army of Daedra right toward us. You ignorant, scatterbrained, sorry excuse for a wood elf
weakling.
I'll never
do anything like that again. I promise.
Thanks again for your help. Now, excuse me while I go find that good-for-nothing wood elf and introduce his backside to my very large boot.
Oké, hebben we nu al dit stuk gehad. Dat is een delf. Dat is een delf.
This work never ends.
Over onze strap to the east. Dan gaan we dit lopen, denk ik. Het oosten uit. Nee, dat is toch wel. Lijkt er wel op. Enchanting hier. Dan lijkt het wel op. Dan heb ik hier niks aan. Station. Ja, dat wordt ook niet.
Curse it all.
Of ik wist niet dat hier zat, zo moet zeggen. potions maar meteen even als junk markeren. Heb ik hier wel geleerd.
Despite the lack of ingredients,
Daar gaan we nog niet aan beginnen, outfitting. Kijk, het zijn al die vendors er, zo te zien. Laten we daar eerst even vlug in kijken. Wat zit hier? Blacksmithing, working. Ja, best wel. Oké. Maar nou pak. Dat is mooi. Dan gaan we eerst even heen voordat we naar buiten gaan. Even die siege proberen daarin te gooien.
A secure vault makes for a confident... Come now.
Checked out. Shit. Casinos kan ik daar wel in gooien in de bank. Laten we dat maar gewoon. Oh, wacht, eigenlijk kan ik die andere doen, hè. Die trash maps hier oppakken. Zo was het. Dat mag niet. Die was gewoon bound. Oké. Deze dingen hier op de booster zetten. Ik weet er sowieso een boekje. Wolvenpool. Oké, kennelijk niet.
I'll handle this, sir. You can come out and see in a moment. So, someone has come to help us at last. We're out here in the middle of Cold Harbor, and that's the best question you can come up with? I am most definitely not talking to myself. I am speaking to the alchemist. Be quiet, you mangy cat. I can't hear myself think. Patience, sir.
To see out of Khajiit eyes again. Zar hates being caged in that dark place. Yes, this one is pretty famous. Perhaps you have heard of Zar. Unmail this thought to a word. Pardon. The dwarven device that caused this is inside the laboratory.
Special techniques. Zo even deze nog langs. Correct notes. That's what I'm doing.
Over here. This one used an illusion spell. Very little effort. Zer has found you. This one. Zer thought this was where he left the tincture. So, I came to investigate. Don't tell this one has...
Laboratory. Hey Altje, goedenavond.
Zar told you our friend would find us. Godress is upset. Quiet, Godress. Long enough. Zar thinks he saw some dried scarecrow over here. Ah, yes, here it is. Ah, Zar's finest potion yet. You will drink it now, yes?
This grows more tax. Here is the potion. Rods. that will reverse the... Find the metallurgy... Oh, very well. It shouldn't. The potion will...
Oh. Rustig hier. Morgen lekker dagje vrij. Hier dan. Ja, ook rustig. In de chat is het ook heel erg rustig vandaag. Maar dat is niet erg. Ik ben lekker een beetje met de Profit questline bezig. Ik denk dat ik als aapje daar niet overheen wil. Hey Sjaak jongen, hoe is het? Ja, ik had eigenlijk in de planning om morgen redelijk wat verder te gaan spelen, maar er is weer onderhoud. Nee, we hebben vandaag ook mee te doen, schat. Ik heb trouwens nu naar de datum gekeken, ik meen dat dat vandaag was. Ja, daarom zei ik al, ik kreeg ook die melding dat het onderhoud was, maar ik weet niet of dat nu vandaag of morgen is, want ik heb niet naar de datum gekeken die erbij stond. Maar ze hebben de laatste tijd wel heel vaak onderhoud trouwens.
Converse's teleport spell worked. This one is here.
Dus dat zal wel ter uitbreiding van de server zijn. Slash voorbereiding op de expansie. Er staat geen datum bij? Wij zitten op UTC plus 2, hè, zomertijd. Dus dat is 10 uur morgen vroeg, als het morgen is.
Over here! The constructs have moved away from the forge. Well, this, I'm afraid. Melt?
Nee, dat klopt. Onze kant was er geen update. Ik heb er straks in ieder geval niet in een queue staan. Oh, hier moet ik wel langs.
Teleport. Stop ship. Then.
Ik voor de volgende onderhoud wel, maar dan moest je gewoon wachten als je na 7 uur een avond wilde inloggen. Oh ja, ik was was om 6:30 eigenlijk ingelogd. The lights.
I wasn't sure the illusion would last long enough to make it across the chamber, but it did.
As the end approaches, this one can't believe you crossed this chamber without so much as an illusion to masquerade. Next comes the exciting part. You test our theory. See those two pillars? One represents... Yes. As we place the crystal into the machine, then insert an antipodal rod into each pillar to start the unmelding process. Please, hurry. One of us must be saved. How strange this feels. There is fine. At least, there wants very much to leave this place.
Zie je jezelf een gamen als je ooit een oude knar bent? Ik ben al een oude knar. Ik bedoel, ik word dit jaar 37, dus heel jong ben ik niet meer, eerlijk gezegd. En als ik kijk, mijn vader gamet het nog steeds. En die is al voorbij de 60.
Thus mine feels empty. During our time together, we determined this one is strong enough to open a portal now. We shall go to this hollow city Zah has heard so much about. The portal shall remain open for only a few minutes, my friend. Zah hopes to see you again in the hollow city.
Dat komt vanzelf, maar eerst denk ik in de Black Forge. Even de pullingetje oprijden. Akkoord. Laten we eens even hier naar die meesgang gaan. Start ik ben bij je uit. Wie dan leeft, wie dan zorgt. Kijk, hier is een beetje kruissoort in de delf. Op die delfs op het eind wel. Dat is geen kwestie van hier, hè. Sky shaft. Daar zit hem. Daar is bijna voorbij. Zo. Even een flesje. Zie het boekje niet. Zo, laten we eens even omlopen. Kijken of dit boekje er wel is. Ik denk trouwens dat deze keer voor allebei de add-ons zijn dat we moeten betekenen. Zo. Ga naar de kant van deze master, ik wil weg hier. Deze quest heb je zitten. Kijk waar dat zit. Bots.